Dear students, we are going to learn the large Roman numerals. Earlier in the previous class, we have learned how to write Roman numerals, and we also know how to compare it with the Indo-Arabic numerals. So, first of all, we have to remember that there is no numeral to represent zero in Roman numerals. Okay, we have to always remember that there is no numeral to represent zero in Roman numerals. And also we have to find numbers either by adding or subtracting the values of symbols in the Roman numerals. Okay, that is clear. So now let us look into the Roman numerals and Indo-Arabic numerals. We see the 1 is denoted by I, and 5 is denoted by B, 10 is denoted by X, 50 is denoted by L, 100 is denoted by C, 500 is denoted by D, and 1000 is denoted by N. Now let us look into the rules of forming Roman numerals. How do we form Roman numerals? So the first rule we have to follow is that when a same symbol is repeated one after another, the product of the value of the symbol and the number of times repeated is the value of the numerals. Listen once again. When a same symbol is repeated one or more times, the product of the value of the symbol into the number of times it is repeated will give you the value of the Roman numeral. For example, you see 2. There are 1 and 2. 2 times the same symbol is repeated. So it has got this value of 1 and it is 2 times repeated. So 1 into 2 is 2. The same way x. X is repeated thrice. So x has got the value 10. So when we multiply 10, when it has repeated 3 times, we get 30. Or we can simply just add 3 tens. We also get 30. So there is an exception regarding this rule, that symbols like V, L, D, they are never repeated, or we do not write them in continuous forms. So we have to remember that when you want to find 10, we just write X, not 2 V's. Okay, don't write like that. They have the proper numbers for it. Going to the second rule. The second rule states that if a symbol is written to the right of another symbol which is of greater value, the value of the numeral is the sum of the values of the symbol. You see, the symbol is written to the right side. Okay, the thing is that you have to remember the position. When a symbol is written to the right side of the another symbol which is of greater value, the number that is already there has got a greater value, and the number writing to the right side of it is maybe a smaller one. Then the value of the numeral, the value of the entire numeral is the sum of the values of those both the symbols. We will see the example. You see V and 1. V is a symbol and a 1 is also Roman numeral symbol. So it has, since the 1 I comes after 5 V. So therefore 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. The same way xi, the I is a lower value, so it comes to the right side of the larger value. So therefore we add it. 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. Now we move on to the third rule. The third rule states that if a symbol is written to the left of the another symbol of greater value, the value of the numeral is the difference of the values of the symbols. Earlier, the number was written to the right side. So now we think already there is a greater value. Now we are going to write a smaller value to the right side, to the left side of the number, the symbol. Then the result will be we have to minus the number or the value of the number that is already there, the design symbol, minus the new number which is the lower one than the previous number that is already there. So minusing that number from this number will get to the values of the symbols. Okay, is that clear for you? We see the example. You see, 1 is written to the left side of the greater symbol 5. So that means 5 minus 4, 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. In the same way, x has got value of 10 and I has got the value of 1. So since it is smaller and written to the left side, we say that it has to be subtracted. That is why 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. Now the fourth and the final rule. If the symbols are combined, the values of the symbol of a smaller value in the middle of the two symbols of the greater value is subtracted from the value of the symbol on its right. Okay, this is little bit complicated. We have to find it through example. We see. You see, there are three symbols written there. The first one is x, then is I, and then is v. We know that x has got 10, value of 10. I has got value of 1, and v has got value of 5. Since the smaller number comes in the middle of two greater numbers. So, if in such a occasion, what should we do? We should minus that 1 from the item that is to the left side of the right side of the symbol. So, 10 plus 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. 10 plus 4 is equal to 14. The same way, you see the just round example. There are 3x, 1x equal to 310 plus, since 1 is less than 10, we have 1 minus 10. Therefore, the total value is 39.